everybody, it's Deb here with day number 2, 12 days of Christmas, and thank you guys for joining Rosa and I apologize for being late with my videos. I was really sick and I didn't feel really good the last couple of days, so I apologize for being late. I'm going to try to catch up so that way I'm not late anymore, so anyway, so that way I can be on time, so for you guys. So okay, are you all ready to pick our second day on our bingo card? So let's go ahead and do that. And I have all of my little bingo words in here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. I don't know what it's going to be. Let's see what it is. Oh, I've got holly. Oh, so holly is right here. So, alrighty. Well, we're going to have to make something with holly now. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to color this red. I'm just going to grab my red pencil. And I'm just going to go ahead and color that red. And then we are going to stick it down on our sheet, and we are going to come back and I'm going to think about what I'm going to make for my second day. Something that has to do with holly. so I'm going to go ahead and stick that right there, and I'm just going to grab a piece of tape real quick. Take that off. Down. And stick that there. So there is my second day, is day number, is holly. So I'm going to mark this as number 1. This one's going to be number 2, because that one's my second day. That way you guys know exactly what we're doing here. So, all right, so I'll be back with our project for day number 2 using holly. So to begin this project, I really wasn't sure what it was going to turn out like. So I grabbed an old cutting board that I had in my stash, and you can tell by looking at it, it's very old. I've had it sitting in my stash for a long time to do something with it, and I just thought, oh, you know what? I guess now is the time to do something with this. So I am really trying to use a lot of things that I have in my stash right now. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and use it and paint it white. I went back and forth painting it either white, green, or red for the holidays. But I think the white really worked for this project. So the next thing I did is I grabbed this pattern paper that is from Simple Stories. It's the Simple Vintage 'Tis the Season, and I just tore all the way around this piece. And I don't know about you. I like tearing paper. It's kind of like it's kind of like a release. You know, you can tear something up. So sometimes I like to do that. So I just think it gives it a really nice vintage kind of look. And then you can get your vintage ink and go over it, and it kind of gives it that burnt vintage look. So that's what we're going to do. And then that little wreath that you just saw, I was going to place that on there. I was kind of like throwing some ideas around, and I was going to do that, but it just didn't sit right. Like it just looked too bulky on the cutting board. And so I thought, you know, I'm just going to stick to my regular plan and use this pretty paper. So I don't know if you ever do that. If you like, you know, you have one thing in mind that you want to do, and then you try to switch it out, but then you're like, oh, that doesn't go either. So you're kind of like, looking for different ideas of really what you want, but you don't really know what you want. So it's kind of what happened to me here. So, um, so here, again, I was just inking the edges and, kind of just, um, getting the edges torn off and then inking them up. Next, we're going to go ahead and lay this down. Now that the board is all dry, I went ahead and I'm just going to place some regular glue on the back of this, and you're just going to go ahead and glue that down. Now you can use Mod Podge if you want to. You can even use double back tape if you want, but I just used regular glue, and I didn't put anything over the photo, or I mean the image paper. I just used glue, laid it down, and then just left it. But you can Mod Podge that on there if you want to. You are more than welcome to do that. I just didn't think I needed to, so I just went ahead and left it just like that. So for this part, I went ahead and decided to use a tag to place in the area, that little blank area next to the mittens. And I couldn't find like a Merry Christmas, and I that was small enough to fit in that area. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and cut a tag, and we'll go ahead and we'll place that right there. Now I did go ahead and grab my little, what is that called? I forget, distressing tool. And I went ahead and distressed the edges of that tag. And then I went ahead and inked them up and stuff. So I want to know if you've ever made anything like this with a cutting board. Have you ever decorated a cutting board, or, done something crafting with a cutting board? If you have, let me know what you made, and I would really like to read what you guys do. If you like making like wall decor, or other different decorations for Christmas or Easter, or just for fun, I would really like to know. And I just like making decoration for, especially for Christmas. It's so fun. Christmas and fall and Halloween and all those holidays. I really love doing that. So let me know what you like to make. I would really appreciate it, and I'd love to read it. So here I'm just curling back the end of that little tag, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop a brad on top of that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down that tag, and kind of lay it kind of candy corner there, because I didn't really want to cover up any of the graphics that are on this paper. They're so pretty. I really like it. And then I'm going to come back in. Right now I'm gluing down that little curly spot that I laid down, that I, curled at the end of that tag. And I'm just gluing down the edges of that tag. And then next I'm going to come in and I'm going to lay down our holly. Now, that I put down that little paper holly, but I take it off later because it just didn't look right. So I did stick it on there, but then I took it off. So you'll see that here in a bit. So so right now I'm just kind of cleaning up the workstation, getting ready to place the holly on. And then I had this in my stash. Now, I inherited a bunch of Christmas stuff from my in-laws, and they had a ton of wreaths and just foliage, greenery, poinsettias, all kinds of different things. And so, and then I also inherited some items from my mom.
when she passed away. And so I went ahead and found some holly, and that was one of the ones. I just thought that was so pretty. So I went ahead and grabbed that, cut off some of this little white foliage that was in there, and just kind of, these are just like little sprigs that you can find, at the store or wherever, in the floral section. And you can even find these little sprigs over at the Dollar Tree, I think, too. They have them there. And so I just stuck those in there just like that. And then I had this little, like a pine stem, and I thought that looks so cute. So I went ahead and just laid it up on top there. And I was going to leave it like that, right? But I thought, you know what? We still need a bow, right? I think we need a bow. So I went ahead and grabbed a bow from my stash, or not a bow, but a piece of red uh, ribbon from my stash, and just tied this into a bow. Now, I had a little bit of trouble because it was so flexible. Well, it was actually kind of really stiff. So it was kind of a little hard to tie, and I was having some issues with it kind of turning and stuff. But I kept working it, working it, working it. It comes around in a bit. So, um, so yeah. So I wanted to point out, you see my watch there, that is actually the band. That is a Christmas band that you can put on um your watch if you have like an iPhone watch or whatever they call it. Um, and you can actually get those bands over at Amazon. And if you want that, I will put the link down below, and you can purchase that one, or you can purchase another one. But it is no extra cost to you if you ever purchase anything that I put links down below for. It actually costs you the same as it costs me. So, next I'm adding some hot glue to the middle of the bow so I can go ahead and stay in, sealed in the middle part so it doesn't become unraveled or anything like that. And then I went ahead and just cut that down. So then next, we're going to go ahead and cut that one. And we are pretty much done, you guys. I think the other thing I did was the little stem I turned over up on top so it wouldn't be showing. And I went ahead and placed some glue on the back of there. And again, I just grabbed the little stem and I kind of turn it over so then that way it's not showing in the front anymore.
Okay, so I finished my little challenge here, and the challenge was to put holly on something. So I went ahead and used these holly berries with the leaves and some faux little other embellishments, floral embellishments, and then did a ribbon up here. I also did the little gloves here. I thought that these were so pretty. And then 'Tis the Season, and on this little board. And I think it looks super cute. Great for a little wall hanging in your kitchen. So yes, I think that this turned out really nice. So simple and easy to make, and you can make one in a matter of minutes. And these are also great gifts. So you can definitely, wrap this up and give it to somebody. Put some like maybe cookie mix with it, and hot chocolate and stuff. So this is my holly project that I created for our 12 days of Christmas. This is for day number 2. And so there's day number 2. So next we're going to be picking out day number 3. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining me, guys. And don't forget to head over to Rosa Kelly's channel, so you can go ahead and see what she made for day 3. And also make sure that you are subscribed to both channels in order for you to win our prizes. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me. Take care and Merry Christmas.
Thank you all so much for joining me today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I have some more fun crafting videos for you from my playlist from past 12 Days of Christmas YouTube Pops.